Hey, this is Alex Smith here from the Exploratorium at Burning Man on the playa, Black Rock City. And we are here at the Micro Zoo, and I'm standing here with Tristan. Can you tell me a little bit about the specimens that you guys brought out here and what inspired you to create the Micro Zoo?
One of the things that makes Burning Man fantastic is that everyone brings their best. And for the most part, that is, I think, concentrated on music and artwork. And I myself, having come a bunch of times, have not seen too much in the way of kind of like hands-on science. And so I thought it'd be kind of a fun thing to do. So the specimens that we actually have are basically single-celled photosynthetic organisms. We have a bunch of multi-celled aquatic organisms. We have fish. We have a bunch of large kind of symmetric structures called volvox. We have things called radiolaria, which are these beautiful kind of silicate structures that are created by small organisms. And so they're all living in a small box over there. First off, there are a lot of things that I think are interestingly similar between these fantastically small objects and us, meaning you'll notice some of the same appendages and some of the same anatomy that you see in the larger organisms such as ourselves. In addition to that, they are facing the same environmental constraints that we are facing out here. They're not faring quite as well, but they're doing okay over there. And so it's interesting to see how evolution has suited certain organisms for certain environments, and now we've taken them out of those environments, put them here, and we're kind of giving them a new selective pressure that they're not used to dealing with. So,
are there organisms that can survive here on the desert?
Yes. There are. We haven't actually taken a playa sample yet, but we plan to. And one of the ones that would definitely survive out here is something called tardigrades, which are basically, they're also known as water bears. They're a really cute little organism. They have 8 legs. They're aquatic. They eat kind of plant life, moss, basically. And they have a dour state, which is basically a dried out state, and they can survive for a long time under high pressure, under high heat. They've even survived in space, like the actual outer space by themselves. So they're pretty hardy little guys. Those are kind of the hardiest ones that are in there right now.
Do you know how long they can go without food or water? You say they can exist in a dried out state.
My current knowledge is that I know that people have done controlled experiments where they've had them in basically a dried out state for up to 10 years and rehydrated them, and they've come back to life. So it's pretty interesting that you can basically, we humans like to think there's all these stories about, freezing people down or like altering how we perceive time, and these organisms already have it. They're just like, they go out, nothing happens, they wake back up 10 years later.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Awesome. Cool. And are there other favorites that you have out here that you brought with you?
Yeah, so there's I have Daphnia, which are water fleas, and they're just really great because inside the organism is small enough that it fits within the entire field of view of the microscope, and you can see everything going on. Like, you can see the peristalsis of the digestive tract, you can see the heart pumping, you can see the blood circulating through, you can see all of his legs, his antenna, his eyes, like everything is there. It's just really, really small, and you can see it all happening. It's thin enough that you can see right through it, so it's kind of like a live X-ray of this organism. So I kind of enjoy that very much, and there's a bunch of others that are great too.